Okay, well, have you ever had that stitch in your side when you were running? Or have you ever had or dealing with pain in the side of your chest here when you take a real deep breath? Now, obviously, today we're going to be talking about muscles, but if you do have difficulty breathing or pain when you're breathing or heart attack symptoms, you obviously want to get your heart or your lungs checked out by a doctor first. But it's amazing to us how often, people have great bills, they have a clean bill of health, everything is fine, heart-wise, lung-wise, yet they have these weird pains. We're going to be talking about a muscle today that kind of brings us into some very strange pain patterns. Okay, so the reason why we do these Facebook Live is because we want to teach you or show you that a lot of muscular pain, muscle and body pain that make us feel years older than what we really are, or nobody can explain where this pain is coming from, can be caused by overly tight muscles. Overly tight muscles can create some significant pain, which we're going to show you with Mr. Serratus Anterior, which is the muscle we're talking about today. So the beauty of that is that you can take control of it. You can do something about it. So hey, if you've got sort of an odd muscle pain, body pain that nobody's been able to figure out, let us know so we can take a look at it. It's quite possible that it may be a tight muscle that's causing that pain or a trigger point that's causing that pain. So let us know. We'd love to try to tackle that. So I'm Brian Hagan from Your HealthySteps. Christina and I are the creators of the Ultimate Foam Rolling Blueprint, and that's where we teach purposeful foam rolling and self-care skills so that you can be active and pain-free. So this is for educational purposes only. We're giving you 15 years of experience as neuromuscular massage therapist. Okay, so again, I'm going to hit it again. There are so many times that muscles cause very strange body aches, body pain, body discomfort. And so we're going to talk about that today. Serratus Anterior has a wide range of pain patterns or symptoms that it can cause that are really bizarre. Everywhere, all the way from runner stitch, and that stitch in the side of your when you're running, all the way up to difficulty breathing due to pain, to mimicking heart attack symptoms. So again, we always wanted to say right off the bat, if you feel like you're having heart attack symptoms or difficulty breathing, have that checked out by your doctor instead of trying to deal with a muscle issue. Okay, just do that first, and then if nobody can figure it out, take a look at the muscle side. So let's talk about serratus anterior. So as we can see here with Mr. Manny, serratus anterior is actually located on the side of your body. It is a fairly large muscle. It ranges all the way up here from the very first rib all the way down to 8th and 9th rib. So all the way down this whole area, and it really kind of rolls around the rib cage toward the front, comes all the way over here and attaches to the top part of your shoulder blade, all the way down the inside edge of your shoulder blade and the very bottom of your shoulder blade. So this whole muscle occupies this whole space. That's amazing. Okay, so how do we find that on ourselves? Well, obviously because a lot of it's behind the shoulder blade, we're not going to be able to feel that. What we can do is take our hand, put it up underneath the opposite arm and just below the armpit, and it's this area right in here. So if you just feel around in here, all the way up in here, sorry, right here, so on the front of my body, like right here, and going down along the rib. So all this area right in here is where serratus anterior, all the way up, I'm going to stand up, all the way down into here. So all of that area is serratus anterior, okay, right in there. So all that ribs that you feel in here, that's serratus anterior. And all that goes up underneath the shoulder blade attaching to the front. So we can get a good feel for it. Can't really touch most of it, but that's a good start. So what does this muscle do? Well, it's really important for the movement of your shoulder. So it's a major player in movement of the shoulder blade, but it also stabilizes the shoulder, especially when we're doing pushing in the front. So like a push-up, pushing against a wall, a stalled car, it helps stabilize your shoulder blade. It's also involved in moving your arm up and out to the side, just like that. So it does those movements. It also helps to elevate the shoulder up and to pull the shoulder down, just like that. And it holds the shoulder blade against the ribs, so it's not flinging out all over the place, right? It has it nice and snug against the ribs. That's really important for the movement of the shoulder. And it's also involved in our breathing, okay? So a lot of work that this muscle does. What happens when this muscle gets incredibly angry? Well, unfortunately, it can create chest pains, mostly when you're sleeping or trying to lay down to rest. You can get some chest pains. So again, if you're having chest pains, have that looked at by your doctor, have your heart checked out. But if it's always at night, It might be this muscle. Also, it's difficult to find a comfortable position to lay in when you're sleeping or trying to sleep. And if it's on one side of your body, because obviously this is on both sides of your body, if one side is affected, you will not be able to lay on that side. It'd be very, very painful. You can also experience shortness of breath, especially deep breath, because it creates pain in the side of the chest, okay, the side of the rib cage back here and up in the front here. So again, heavy runnings, like running is another one where we get that stitch in the side. That can be caused by this muscle. But what's interesting, arm movement, as we move our arms around, we don't generally feel pain except for when we put our arm forward, really hard and forceful forward. We call that protraction. Like a boxer, you can feel pain right in the back of the shoulder, right back there. That's where we tend to feel that. Okay, and that brings us to the trigger point. So let's bring Mr. Manny around here. Let's see if I can do that real quick. And you will see one trigger point right there. For a big muscle like this, to have one trigger point is very interesting, but it does. It only has one. But look at the pain that it can cause. So you can experience pain anywhere around the side of your body, just like that, right in the rib cage, all the way up into the front of the chest, just like this, and up into the arms. We're going to bring Mr. Manny around here like this and bring his arm out to the side. And you can experience pain on the inside part of the upper arm, the inside part of the elbow, the inside part of the forearms, into the wrist, and the last two fingers, okay? So that's a great deal of pain that you can feel all over the place by one muscle. So what causes this? Typically poor posture, that shoulder forward, head forward posture can cause a lot of this stress. A great deal of stress can really get this muscle fired up, and then overworking it, running long distances, running fast and hard, doing lots of push-ups, bench pressing, heavy objects above the head can really get this thing angry. Even severe coughing can get this thing fired up, and or abrupt twisting motions like that can get this muscle to get angry. So how do we take care of it? Well, tune into your posture, because correct posture is probably the best thing for muscles, is just to be in good posture. And then moving around as much as possible throughout the day. You can also take a warm towel and get in here and help that warm up. Foam rolling is really good. You just need to make sure you don't have any bone density issues because you're foam rolling the ribs. So you want to make sure you have good solid bone, and then not getting down into the floating ribs. And then gentle stretching. A good stretch for that is just over the head and leaning to one side. You can also get against the wall and put your arm back here and just twist your body gently to one direction is another good stretch. Stretching should always be gentle, no pain, and you want to hold gently for the count of 8 and then do that 3 to 4 times. Those are good stretches. All right, so if you like what you see and you would like to get notified of our next Facebook Live, leave your email in the link below. There is also going to be a free PDF on 4 ways to reduce tight and stiff muscles. And we also sometimes have healthy step tips and special offers on the Ultimate Foam Rolling Blueprint. Okay? All right. Have a great day and take care.